Hello friends, so today we will discuss about the third lecture of thermodynamics. In the first lecture we have discussed the introduction of thermodynamics and different type of systems and properties of different type of systems, and in the second lecture we have discussed that what are the state of system and what is path function, what is state function. So these we are discussed already in the lecture 1 and lecture 2. Now we will go through lecture 3, where we discuss about the cyclic process. And the cyclic process, we have said that if z is a function of x comma y, that is x and y are the thermodynamic parameter, then we can write that in the previous lecture we said we derived that that dz equal to del z del x at constant y, dx equal to is plus del z del y at constant x dy. Now for cyclic process, if z is a state function, then dz will be 0, as z is a state function. Z is a state function, that thus it will depends only on the final and initial state. It will depends only on the final and initial state. Thus for cyclic system, the final and initial state, if we start from here and come back to this position or again, then the final and initial state are same, so dz will be equal to 0. Thus for cyclic process, dz will equal to 0. So we have said that dz equal to this, dz can we can write dz is equal to this, and for the cyclic process dz equal to 0, as we have said that z is a state function, so it will not depend on the cyclic path, it will only depend on the final and initial state. That is, if we start from here and again it will come back to this position, then what happened, the dz will be 0, as it is not depend on the path, it will be a state function. Thus this term, if dz 0, then this term equal to 0. That is, we can write that del z del x at constant y dx plus del z del y at constant x dy equal to 0. That is, del z del x at constant y dx equal to minus of del z del y at constant x dy. Now if we put this term into this side, then now del z del x at constant y dx, this term into this side, so the reverse will occur. That is, del z del y del z into x at constant x dy equal to minus 1. Now if we put this del x and del x divided by, this will be 1 by dy, this will be 1 by dy. Now we can write del z del x at constant y, this dx divided by dy, so dx del x divided by del y. So here the constant will be z must be, and del y del z at constant x equal to minus 1. So this is the cyclic rule. This is called cyclic rule. Now we have to study the relation between different type of thermodynamic parameter, and that is related with the thermodynamic square, which we can say that, like, if a thermodynamic square, like, that is, the topic is the relation between different thermodynamic parameter. So the square will be like that. If we said that this is a square and we put like that S, P, T and V. So this is entropy, this is pressure, this is temperature and this is volume. Now we have to write that here will be U, H, G and A. U is the internal energy, H is the enthalpy, G is the Gibbs free energy and A is the Gibbs-Helmholtz energy. So this is the internal energy, this is enthalpy, this is Gibbs free energy, and this is Helmholtz energy. Now we have to derive the relation, and from this square we can derive this relation. Like for du we can say, so 4 different types of equation we can derive from this square, and that are like that du equal to, so again we write this square in this side, S, P, T, V, that is here U, H, G and A. Now we can write that du equal to, du related with S and V, that is this will be T into ds minus P into dV. When S and V is related, then when S we write, then the constant will be temperature in this way, and when we write that pressure, then the constant will be volume. So du equal to TdS minus PdV. Now dg equal to, we can write that it is related with pressure and temperature, so we can write V dP minus S dt, and dH equal to TdS, that is S and P related with S and P, TdS plus V dP. Another is dA, dA is related with V and T, that is minus P dV minus S dt. These 4 are Maxwell's equation. We have to derive this equation from this square, and it should be remembered for the different type of calculation or different type of relation. So, and all this from this state function, all state function are exact differential. So if we write that if du equal to TdS minus PdV, from this we can write that, now if there is a short tricks to remember this type of equation, that is if we say this temperature is 1, this is 2, pressure is 3 and this term is 4, then we can derive this the different type of relation such that 1 by 4 at constant 2 equal to 3 by 2 at constant 4 in this way. So from this equation we can derive that 1 by 4 means T, that is del T del V, 4 is del V, so del T del V at constant, the constant will be 2, that is S, equal to del P, the 3 is P, so del P divided by 4, 3 by 2, 2 is del S, so del S at constant 4 means del V, that is V, the constant will be V. And we have to remember that whenever the relation between that is in the derivative, that is the P and S is involved, whenever, then there will be a negative sign. This we should remember. Now in that way, from all these 4 equations can be write in this way, that is for dg equal to V dP minus S dt, so it can be write like the del T del P at constant S equal to del v del s at constant p, and from this dh equation, that is t ds plus v dp, we can write that no ds for dg equation, the relation will be del v del t at constant p equal to minus of del s del p at constant t. As we said that 1 by 4, that is 1 equal to, here 1 equal to v, 1 by 4 means t, that is del v del t at constant pressure equal to 3 by 2, that is 3s, so s del s del p at constant t. And we have said that whenever the relation is pressure and entropy is related with this derivative form, then there will be a negative sign. So here also a negative sign, here also a negative sign. Now for dh equation, the relation will be del t del p at constant s equal to del v del s at constant p. And from the dA equation, that is dA equal to minus of p dv minus s dt. From this equation, in this way we can write that del v del t at constant p equal to minus of del s del p at constant t. Here also s and v is so not, this is not, the dA will be del p del t at constant v equal to del s del v at constant t. As this is 1, so 1 by 4 means temperature, so in this way we can write that this is the relation. So from this 4 Maxwell equation, we derive 4 type of relation. These all relations are helpful in the upcoming thermodynamics, and all the relation will be helpful for the different type of calculation. Now there is another tricks, and the tricks is if we write in a cyclic way, that is there is s p t and v. Now we have to derive in this way like that, s to p, when we said s to p, that this arrow will be in the same direction, that is v to t, and the constant will be the term after the arrow, that is whenever we derive for sp, the constant will be temperature, and whenever we derive for vt, the constant will be this pressure. And we have said that when s and p are related in this type, then there will be a negative sign. Now we can write this in opposite way also, that is if we said del p del s at constant t, that is minus sign, equal to del t del v at constant p. In this way we can write also in the opposite way, that is if we said del p del s, in the direction is this side, when del p del s the constant will be then v, the constant will changes, that is the direction of this side, that is v, and this arrow will be also in that side, that is del t del v, and constant will be s, the constant will be s. So in this way all the derivation we can derive. Like again we say, if we derive for pressure temperature like that, we del p for this del p del t, the constant will be the term after this, that is volume, equal to, the arrow will be in the same direction, this is in this direction, this will also in this direction, that is delta s delta v, the constant will be the after the term, that is temperature. So in this way all the derivation we can write. So using this cyclic rule or this cyclic, this is one the tricks that from that we can derive this type of equations. Now there are two basic thermodynamic equations which we should know, that is thermodynamic equation of states. Two basic thermodynamic equation of states are there, that is for del u del v at constant t equal to t into del p del t at constant V minus P. This is one, and this term is called internal pressure. Internal pressure, as this is the unit is related to unit and dimension, as the unit and dimension is equal to pressure. Thus this will be called as internal pressure. Another one thermodynamic equation is delta H, that is delta H divided by delta P at constant temperature equal to V minus T into del V del T at constant P. So this is another thermodynamic equation of state. Actually we should remember these two equations. The derivation is not important, but these equations are related, and this equation will helpful in different type of calculation. So we should remember these two different equation of state. Now we have to study that different type of process. What are the process? What are the different type of process or different type of? So at first, before that, we have to understand one problem. Like if a question said that the internal pressure, the application of this type of equation, how we can apply. So if a question said that the internal pressure delta U divided by del V at constant T of a real gas, let's say real gas, is related to compressibility factor Z equal to PV divided by RT V bar, where V bar is the molar volume. So we have to derive this. Now we know that del U del V at constant T equal to what? T into del P del T at constant V minus P. From this basic thermodynamic equation, we said that this is the application of this equation. Now we have to we know that Z, here we given that Z equal to P V bar divided by RT. So P, what is P equal to what? So P equal to Z RT divided by V. P equal to Z RT divided by V bar, here V bar. Now we have to derive this del P del V. So P equal to what? Z RT divided by V bar. Now del P del T with respect to temperature we have to derive and derivate, that is at constant volume. So the derivation will be 2R divided by V bar into with respect to temperature. So del T we can write in this way, plus T into del of del T at ZR at constant V, ZR divided by V bar at constant V. So we can write this 2R divided by V bar plus RT by V del Z del T at constant V. So this is the derivative of this term. Now the del U del V at constant T equal to T into del P del T at constant V minus P. So we put this del P del T value. So T into bracket 2R divided by V bar plus RT by V bar into del Z del T at constant V minus P, this P. So we have to put this del P del T at constant V value. Now this is 2 into, sorry, this is ZR divided by V. This is the derivative ZR divided by V bar. Now this ZR T divided by this multiplied temperature divided by V bar plus RT square multiplying the temperature RT square divided by V bar into del Z del T at constant V minus P. So this, what is this? We know that PV bar equal to RT. So Z equal to, we know that PV bar divided by RT. So P will be ZRT divided by V bar. So this term is P, this term is pressure. So P plus RT square divided by V bar into del Z del T at constant V minus P. So this P and P will cancel, and now the del U del V at constant T equal to RT square divided by V bar into del Z del T at constant V. So this is the relation between internal pressure and the compressibility factor Z. So the question said that the internal pressure del U del V at constant T of a real gas is related to compressibility factor by what term? So this is related in this way. So using this thermodynamic equation of state, we have to derive this equation. Now we will discuss the different types of thermodynamic processes. What are those? Number one is cyclic process. So what is cyclic process? Now this is a process where after a series of changes of the system, it comes back to its initial state. That is, if we say that if a system A starts from here and it goes through different state, like set B, then C, then it comes back to D, and again it comes back to its initial state A. So this is the cyclic process. That is, after a series of changes, it comes back to its initial state. Thus we said that it is the initial state, and after a series of changes, this will again come back to its final initial state. So this is a cyclic process. Now number two is isothermal. Isothermal process means constant temperature. So meaning of isothermal is constant temperature. That is, temperature of the system remains constant. Temperature of the process remains constant, but heat exchange continue. That is, if a system, that is the system's wall must be perfectly conducting, thermally conducting. That is, if the walls are thermally conducting, walls should be thermally conducting. If the walls thermally conductive, then heat exchange can occur. That is, heat exchange can occur. So dq not equal to 0, that is, heat exchange can occur, but the temperature of this system, temperature equal to constant. That is, temperature remains constant, but the heat exchange can continue. So this is the isothermal process. Adiabatic process. So So what is adiabatic process? Now heat exchange, here heat exchange is not allowed. Here heat exchange is not allowed. So in which system the heat exchange is not allowed? So it must be an isolated system. It must be an isolated system. So in the first video we have discussed what is isolated system. Isolated system means that heat will not exchange through the wall. That is, heat will not exchange. The walls are isolated. This is isolated wall, and heat not exchange. That is dq, that is change of heat equal to 0. That is, heat remains constant throughout the process. So this will called the adiabatic process. Now the fourth one is isobaric. Isobaric process means pressure remain constant. Isobaric means pressure remains constant throughout the process. So here pressure remains constant. What are the example of isobaric process? The example of this isobaric process is, let's say a beaker filled with water and it is heated at constant atmospheric pressure, that is 1 atm. So if we heat water at 1 atm constant pressure, then it will vaporize, and this process is isobaric process, as the pressure of the atmosphere is remains constant, that is 1 atmosphere pressure. So this is an example of isobaric process. Now the fifth one is isochoric process. So what is isochoric process? Isochoric means volume remains constant. Volume remains constant. But pressure can be changed. That is, pressure may be or pressure changes. Volume remains constant but pressure will change. That is the isochoric process. Now the sixth one is polytropic. Polytropic process means here heat capacity remains fixed. That is, heat capacity not changed. And what is heat capacity we will discuss later. Now we will only discuss about the process, what type of process are there, and again we will discuss this heat capacity further. There is another